Hi, I'm Eren Günseli. I'm a faculty member at Sabancı University for about 3 years. And here I'm running some experiments with my graduate student and my postdoc on memory, attention, and cognitive control. I will talk about a few of these projects today. One of the projects that we have been running in the lab with support from TÜBİTAK is on event segmentation in episodic memory. Episodic memory consists of our memories from our past. These could be things we have done as a child, or maybe a dinner you have been to yesterday, or it could be, for example, how you went for a vacation with your friends last summer. Even though we perceive the world continuously, it has been shown that our memories are segmented into distinct units. For example, if you are commuting to work and then entering your office and sitting in front of your laptop and working for a while, even though we didn't have a mental separation between them when we experienced them, in our memories, we remember them as distinct units that are far from each other. In one of our projects, we are looking into this segmentation in our memories, but not at the time that they are experienced, but after initial learning, retrospectively, based on things that change in our lives. This project is funded by TÜBİTAK, and currently we are running pilot experiments. We have some preliminary results, and we submitted this as a registered report to one of the highest impact journals in our field. Now we will be starting the collection of the data for the actual registered experiment. This project is exciting because all the studies here in this topic have looked into factors that took place as people experienced them. But we are looking it into, in a way, based on the things that we learn later, how it could affect things retrospectively. To give you an example, that example of commuting to work that I mentioned could be just one event. It's one meaningful event on its own. But maybe in the evening, we learned that one of the places we walked inside has been selling a very high value lottery ticket. So now our memory could be separated into before the ticket selling place and after it. So they will be two different segments in our memory. And the benefit of this project could be very impactful, because this event segmentation, if used effectively, actually helps people with memory problems. For example, it could help older individuals to remember things better. So understanding the dynamics of event segmentation can actually be used to help people to improve their memories. This is one line of research. A second line of research is where we investigate the relationships between working memory and long-term memory. Working memory is holding information actively in our mind for the things that we do in our daily life. For example, now I am keeping information that I am telling you in my working memory. But at the same time, I'm retrieving information from long-term memory to contribute to these sentences. Therefore, working memory and long-term memory are in constant interplay with each other. Despite these interplays, in the literature, each memory system has been mostly investigated in isolation from each other. So in some of the projects in our lab, we are looking into how these two different memory units interact with each other. This work is also supported by TÜBİTAK in multiple projects, and there are many graduate students and a postdoctoral scholar and a PhD student with whom we are working on this project together. For this project, we use EEG, where people are wearing kind of like a cap, and then on the cap there are some electrodes attached. And this way, we're able to measure the electrophysiological responses that the brain creates. And using these EEG signals, we can actually track when people bring information to their mind and hold it in their working memory. So this allows us to have a very direct and dynamic measure of working memory representations. A third line of study in our lab is the interactions between memories and attention. because we use our memories to guide our attention in the world. For example, if I'm going to look for my keys in my office, I'm creating a mental representation of a key. So it's a shiny object that's small, it has some sharp edges, and then we direct our attention based on these mental representations. So there's this intrinsic relationship between memories and attention. So in the project that we are running in the lab, we are looking into what makes particular memories guide attention in our world more than some other memories. And this is a highly debated topic in the literature. There are some papers that suggest that it is the internally prioritizing a memory that makes them guide attention in the external world, whereas some other studies suggest that it's the fidelity or precision of those representations that make them guide attention in the external world. We found a design where we can dissociate these two theories and test which one is more accurate. For all of these projects, we're working together with my research group. It's called Memory, Attention and Cognitive Control Lab. If you're interested to see these studies, look at our papers, and also some useful links that you might have, you can go to günselilab.com. At this website, you can also have our Twitter link where we share some recent work. We share some papers that come out not just in our lab, but also other relevant fields. You can also see our Instagram account, where we also share short snippets of recent research findings together with some pictures from our social events. And there's also a YouTube link where we post some of the presentations that we do in our lab. So it's günselilab.com. Feel free to check it out. And if you're interested in participating in these research activities, we will be very happy to host people from different backgrounds, different stages in their academic careers. Undergraduate students, graduate students are all welcome. What makes Sabancı University special is its research focus. So we don't do just teaching here, but we are also developing the knowledge that contributes to our teaching. So it's a research institution, and we will be happy to see you working with us towards these research projects.